Brock Purdy is due for a historic payday this offseason, but I don't think the San Francisco 49ers should give it to him.
You're going to pay me money.
You asked for it and we delivered. It's Fan Friday, and you, the fans, chose today's topic for point of view. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let us know if you think Brock Purdy is worth the money he's going to get. He might be, he might not be, but I think that answer depends on who you're asking. There's some teams around the league that I think it does make sense for, but I'm not convinced the 49ers are one of them. And that's not because I think Brock Purdy is some trash quarterback. The opposite, actually. I think he deserves every bit of the huge contract he's going to get because of his pretty insane success in his short career, and that dates back to before the Super Bowl run. It began his rookie year when he became the first quarterback in the Super Bowl era to record 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and a 125 passer rating or higher in their first career start. He went undefeated in 5 starts that year, which is impressive by itself, but his first full year as a starter in 2023 was one for the history books. He set the 49ers single-season record for passing yards with 4,280 and led the NFL in passer rating in QBR. Of course, that season ended with a Super Bowl appearance and a 4th-place finish in the MVP race for Purdy. Everything was trending in the right direction for him and for San Francisco, but this past season changed things for sure. The team was a train wreck for most of the season and were never anywhere near a playoff berth. Across the board, Purdy's numbers were down, but I attribute very little of that to Purdy's actual play. Christian McCaffrey missed almost the whole season, and injuries scattered across the receiving room definitely didn't help. So while some may blame Brock for his past season's disappointments, I'm not going to be one of them. And of course, his coach hasn't lost confidence in him either. Here's what Kyle Shanahan had to say about what he expects from the team as they get ready for OTAs.
I expect everyone to be ready to go and, excited to really get this going and play some football. And that starts with Brock. Brock is the leader of our team. I've loved these 3 years with Brock. I plan on being with Brock here the whole time I'm here. So Brock's been a stud. He's a guy I got a lot of confidence in and just as a human. But it starts with what he's done in the field these last 2.5 years. And we're capable of winning a Super Bowl with him. We just almost did. And I know he's capable of getting the Niners Super Bowl in the future.
I agree with every bit of what Shanahan said there. I think Purdy has what it takes to take the team back to the Super Bowl, but that won't happen, and that's not because of Brock the Rock. Let's face it, this era of the 49ers is over. Done with, put a tombstone on it. They've been cutting costs all offseason, are nearly guaranteed to return a worse team next season. Even if they outperform their projections, they're not sniffing a Super Bowl. And that's why I don't think it's worth it for the 49ers to pay Purdy $60 million or whatever he's going to get. The team is already half in a rebuild, so I say go all in and shake things up. And I realize that's easier said than done, but Purdy has been integral to their success these last few years, and the team has fallen apart when he's not under center. So while he's not easily replaceable, I think the better option is to give Shanahan another young QB to mold to his system and prepare for another Super Bowl run in the future, even if that QB doesn't arrive this season. And there are options to get the ball rolling. But before we talk about that, here are the results of this week's poll question. Thanks to everyone who voted. Look out for another question on Monday. Now back to where the 49ers go from here. My favorite option that I've heard was trading Purdy and a first to the Giants for the number 3 overall pick. But now that the Giants killed that idea, the next logical trade is probably the Steelers. They hold the 21st pick, and I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they give that up to bring in Purdy so they can finally have some consistency under center. In that case, why not take a swing on Aaron Rodgers for a year while the Niners search for their long-term solution? He's always wanted to return to the West Coast, and the Niners could finally right their wrong when they passed up on him in the draft. Again, this isn't because I think Purdy isn't worth it, but it's just the reality of the situation for the Niners in the NFC West. The Rams aren't going anywhere, the Seahawks have made some big moves to elevate themselves in the division, and even the Cardinals look scarier than San Fran. So when it comes to the question of if Purdy is worth the big payday, the answer is absolutely yes. But it's got to be from another franchise, or else the 49ers are in for a brutal finish to the 2020s. Another move I wouldn't hate for the Niners is to draft Jackson Dart if they want to use a late first-rounder on him, because I think he's going to be better than most expect. For more on him, check out this past episode of Point of View. Enjoy the weekend. We hope to see you again on Tuesday.